Conversate for a few.
I guess what we're gonna say is welcome to the next episode of Conversate for a Few. I'm Jonna.
I'm Alan.
Alright, and we both with hip hop real tough.
Heavy.
And we hoping that some of the topics we cover on Conversate for a Few would be things that you think need to be talked about in hip hop, or at least are interesting, whether you think they need to be talked about or not. I'm just talking about whether, you know, I'm gonna enjoy talking about them, and hopefully you enjoy the conversation, and I know Alan gonna enjoy talking about it.
Yeah.
So I think the first thing we're gonna talk about is what we're most excited about this year in hip hop. For me, is that 444. This would be my first album review. I don't know about you, man.
Very first one.
All right,
and it's the most anticipated.
Yeah, no doubt. I know my friends. I've given my friends my reviews and my thoughts. You know, throughout the years of what I think of pretty much every album. Shit, I'm an opinionated person.
Yeah, every album get discussed. If you heavy into music, particularly hip hop, it's always a discussion about someone's album or song.
Or song every time. But this one here is I think it's been a long time coming for Jay-Z fans. I think it's been a long time coming for Jay-Z himself. Just the perspective on this one is completely different than the perspective on any of the other albums that I've heard from him.
Any other album. Yeah. It definitely stands out. When you look at his whole catalog, from Reasonable Doubt to Blueprint, the Black Album to 444, it is definitely unlike all the rest.
Right.
Very personal.
Very personal, very introspective. It's funny because, you know, you always hear people say, Jay-Z only talks about this. Jay-Z only talks about that.
Yeah.
And then you hear the Jay-Z fan respond, well, you really don't listen. You can't be listening to the, you know what I'm saying? Because you really listen to Jay, he's saying such and such and such and such. Like, he giving you gems. This album, if you listen to it at all and you miss the gems, then you're deaf. Because you ain't, it's not hidden. You know, like you ain't, the single is more hidden than the gems are on this album. Most times you get the single from Jay-Z first, and that's what everybody knows. Right. That's the gloss. That's what everybody get. But on this one, that's the last thing you're gonna get. You're gonna get the meat first. So if you've been looking for that from Jay, this is the one you wanna hear.
Yeah. For me, hands down, this is my favorite right now. This is my favorite Jay album, only because I feel like if you was, and he got a lot of strong Jay fans and advocates out there, as we know from the battle of him and Nas, either Takeover, that he has a lot of strong advocates for his music that love what he do. Yeah. And so for me, the way he opened up on this album is like he's never done on any other album. He is a private public figure.
Yeah, absolutely. He's one of the most private public figure. Yeah, this one is it's the Jay that, it's the human side of Jay. We always got the superhero Jay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, this is it's private, but it's, even when you got a glimpse into what was going on with him publicly, you only got a glimpse of what you got to see. Right. This is like what I was feeling and where that feeling may have come from. Yeah. You know what I mean? And how I plan on dealing with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is I don't want to call it an adult Jay-Z album, because it is, but because that's gonna make it sound like a folky album. Like it's supposed to play on 104.3 or something. Yeah. And it's definitely not built for that. It's hip hop, but
But that's what I was gonna say.
It's almost hip hop kind of in its purest form, because hip hop is one of those genres that you have to be the person. Like, the closer you are to the person, the more successful you are, I think, to the person you are on the mic. Like, if you can be the best version of yourself on the mic, then you can be the larger hip hop star and not go away as fast. You know what I mean? Like, you can have that longevity. And I think this, which is crazy, 13 albums in, gets him the closest to who he is as a person on the album. So if this is any indication of what I think Kill Jay-Z was, then this is a rebirth, and we get ready to have a whole nother zone.
Yeah, and something you said earlier made me think. But this album, this Jay-Z album, and I was saying this is my favorite. Of course, right now people are usually excited when something drop,
Right.
and that's natural because you've been waiting for something this good amongst all the other stuff that's out.
Right.
But when I look at it, it is straight. And I don't even know if it was done intentionally,
Right.
but with you have quote unquote hip hop purists out there.
Yeah.
This is really
This is
a hip hop album. So that's what I
Yeah.
want to say. The only way you can say this Jay-Z album is not good, you have to be hating or deaf.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're listening
You don't
to.
know what you're listening to.
But
Or
if you
were
like-
listening for something other than hip hop.
Right. Because if you like hip hop,
Right.
beats, rhymes,
Yeah.
good song,
Beats,
good
rhymes, and
music.
life.
And right.
Yeah.
Beat, rhymes, and life. This your album.
This is it.
This fire.
This is it.
And he
This is
went
it.
with No ID produced the whole album. So you went with a standard
Right.
bearing hip hop producer.
Yeah. Like the blueprint for a lot of your favorite producers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you don't know who No ID is, please Google that man.
Yeah.
From the ground up with Common, from
Mentoring Kanye.
mentoring JD before Kanye.
Right.
And then introducing JD and Kanye and letting Kanye get that work so he can get up and make himself the Rockefeller and become who Kanye was going to become. And then going back and doubling back and he had to double back to the No ID era. Do y'all know that about Kanye? Like, you see what I'm saying? Kanye doubled back to the No ID era, which lets you know something. Dark Twisted Fantasy turned out the way it did because No ID was in the room. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Like, that man is an animal. You know what I mean? Like, if you love No ID, if you love Beanie Siegel, then you love No ID.
Right.
Some of his most classic lyrics was on No ID tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that man,
Right. And No ID, every time he do something, it seems to change the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Because the last thing, well, I don't even say the last thing, but one of the other real prominent songs that he did for Jay-Z was Death for Auto Tune.
yeah, for sure.
And that
For
shook
sure.
stuff up.
Yeah, shook everything.
And that's why Jay-Z said,
Yeah.
this might offend my political connects, all of
Yeah.
this stuff. He was letting them know, hey, they ain't gonna like what I'm saying about this Death for the Auto Tune.
Right.
But everybody felt that beat.
Yeah, everybody.
And the song in
Yeah.
general, that beat, the damn drums,
Everything.
knocking.
Everything. I was so happy to see No ID name on it when it came out. I was like, yeah, this is real. That's like, I'm always happy to see No ID name. So when I saw it, I was happy to see it when Death or Autotune was coming, and I was damn sure happy to hear it when I knew he was gonna be doing the whole. Actually, I refused to believe that he was doing the whole thing until I heard it because I didn't want to get my hopes up.
And then be let down.
Yeah, I was
looking
gonna
for
be
top
pissed.
quality music.
Yeah, I mean, and I love a whole lot of producers. Not a whole lot of producers. That's a lie. I love a handful of producers, and I still would have been upset had they had production on it, knowing that I could have gotten a whole No ID. joint.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because last time I really remember getting a whole No ID album was Can I Borrow a Dollar? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's like the first
Common
when he
album.
was still cussing and drinking
Right.
40s. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Before he started wearing the bangles and fucking
Yeah,
Badu.
yeah. Before he got on the
Yeah,
weird.
Man, but Badu will do it to you. He can't offer me none, and I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it.
Yeah,
bro.
pass.
Badu, Madonna, and
Pass.
Kardashian. All
Yeah,
them-
pass on all
all
three.
them can keep that. But I might edit that out. I might not. But this Jado is. To be honest with you, I tried to get Tidal. I'm not.
I
Gonna
was
tell
surprised.
Y'all, I'm not gonna tell y'all why I didn't get Tidal.
That's a good point. We gotta talk about that. Because how did you get to hear the album? Because I didn't have
I
Tidal.
stole it.
I didn't have
offline. I
Tidal.
stole it. The first.
They'll rip it off Tidal just to spite you.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna buy the physical copy. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get.
But that's what a true fan and
Right.
lover of the music do.
Right. He blocked me. You know what I mean? Like, I done did everything. I done did everything that I was willing to do to get another Tidal subscription.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I was kind of, I'm from the analog era, but they said why y'all tripping? The link will be on Twitter 5 minutes after the album is out. Hell, I can wait 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
And someone actually, the way I got it, somebody actually put the link up on Facebook.
wow.
And then I was at a cookout, and the girl was like, "Oh, you need the
I got
album?
the
I got
Jay-Z,
it.
I got that
You got a
Jay-Z."
Dropbox?
Yeah.
I sent it to you Dropbox."
Yeah.
That's how I ended up getting it.
Yeah,
So
for
I
sure.
waited about 2 days before.
Not I.
You know what I mean?
I was listening. I was that night trying to convert FLAC files to MP3s
Yeah.
and waves so I could put it in my iTunes, bro. I
Yeah.
still ain't got it on my iTunes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I carry around my laptop and plug the aux cord in my laptop in the car. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. But as soon as
That's
I can
what
get
music
it on
lovers
everything,
do.
yeah, that's what we do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hack. I'll hack.
I'm
your
gonna listen
whole
to
life.
it somehow or another.
Like loopholes and life hacks. That's what I'm about.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I ain't gonna life hack this album. Like to the point where I can listen to it until he give me access everywhere else I can get it.
Right.
Then,
Right. It
you know,
definitely going to get the hard copy. And this is
I might
just
even
one
get
that
this on vinyl.
you right.
Yeah.
And one that you have to get.
Yeah.
I mean, when you make dope music,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
we was talking about before,
right.
you make dope music, people don't
Yeah.
mind buying
That's
the
right.
actual
That's
album.
right. We will come pick that up.
Right.
Matter of fact, it's necessary to have it if it's good music because there's not so much of it out there that you can hold in your hand.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's not a
Right.
ton of good music that you can physically hold in your hand. You know, we might get Damn, you know, something like that. Or, you know, even J. Cole last album. I don't know what the physicals did. I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like something epic like this where it's a complete shift for an artist. You know what I mean? Like we know Jay reinvents himself. He's done that several times.
Yeah.
Reinvent himself but still be the same person. Like we know he continues to do that. But this time he reinvented himself as himself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he came back as himself. On
For
this,
real, as
for
himself.
real, for real as himself. So much so that on this album, he had to go say, okay, fuck all this pretty Sean Carter shit is hoe.
His whole
You know what I mean? Like I'm so Sean Carter on this album
Yeah.
that on this particular song, I got to
Right,
say, fuck
yeah,
all this pretty
yeah.
shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's hoe.
Yeah.
Let me give you some hoe on this one. You know what I mean? So
and it's so real because there's no song for a while. It seemed like people that was dropping albums
yeah.
felt like I gotta do a girl song, I gotta do a
Yeah,
club song,
yeah,
I gotta do a down
yeah,
south song,
yeah, yeah.
and there is no song where it seems like he's forcing anything.
Nah.
Everything is natural.
Nah.
He didn't care about if anything was gonna
Right.
be a single for the radio.
Right.
This is
He couldn't have.
I couldn't have when
Couldn't
you listen
have.
to it
Yeah, couldn't have.
because it's straight beats, rhymes,
In life.
and life. Very introspective.
Yeah, he could have gave this. He could have literally gave this the same title as the Tribe Called Quest album,
Right.
and it would have been appropriate.
It would have been very appropriate. That's the truth. Which is my second favorite album that came out.
Yeah, the Tribe joint.
The Tribe joint.
Yeah.
It's still on play. And this one now. But also, and then keeping it at 10. Just 10 songs. It ain't do
Yeah.
like 18,
Yeah,
19,
yeah.
double disc.
Yeah, that
You know what I mean? In and out. Kill
in
it.
and out. Get it. Don't waste no balls.
No, none.
Don't waste nothing. Don't waste no tracks. Don't waste no bars. Like if we don't
Every
have
line
if we
of
don't
line.
have what feels like a hit, then fuck it. We putting it out. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
Like if we do, then great. But
Right. And of course, this is a side note, but the album
Yeah.
so fire.
yeah.
And it's really going to shift the paradigm
Oh, yeah.
of music and
It
making
should.
everybody step up their bars.
It should.
But the great part about it, I think, will be Nas. Whatever he's working on, as he's talked about in the DJ Khaled, with the Travis Scott, that
Nas
song,
album done.
that his Nas, well, he's going to have to go back
Yeah.
respectfully.
Yeah. Respect.
As not saying this is as a heavy Nas fan, he's
Yeah.
gonna have to go back and scrap it.
Yeah.
That's how good this album is, and then he's gonna have to come up with. If he thought that album that was done was great, after he listened to this, he got to go. He has to go back to the drawing
Yeah.
board and come up with something even better.
I feel you.
And so I think this is going to help even push some of the other artists that we like to make better music. Yeah,
You're right. Now, devil's advocate, I feel like Nas may feel like he did this album with Life Is Good. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like Nas may feel like he got his 444 off with Life Is Good. 'Cause
Right.
they not similar albums, but I know how sonically somebody could be like, but they not. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
but
right.
he was introspective. He was, like. But it might just be best if Nas just do what he was gonna do anyway, and don't let this.
Yeah, he don't need to overthink anything.
Yeah, don't let this, because he's not. I'm a Nas fan, but Nas doesn't do his best work to me sometimes you can tell when Nas overthought it.
Yep. That's why I said that. That's why I'm agreeing as I think.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say he should have did what we thought he was going to do years ago, do a
Right.
whole album with DJ Premier or something like that. Nah, he shouldn't even worry about it now because it won't.
It'll seem like he reached.
Right.
Yeah,
it seems like he reached. So just keep doing whatever you're doing.
Just do what you're doing. Like if he comes back with an album that's as good as Life Is Good was, then he'll be fine. You know what I mean? But and then
you can't put out. Yeah, it's got to be as good as
good,
Life Is Good.
as good.
But if it's under, that won't be good.
It's not gonna be good. It'll be. But you know,
he can't put out nothing subpar.
He didn't gain enough credibility where we might give him one.
Pass.
We might give him one because we done gave him one before. It ain't like Nas ain't never had albums that we just said, bruh.
Yeah,
we gonna give you this one.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna listen to it, but I'm gonna still let you remain in my top.
Right.
Tier.
Yeah, exactly.
Putting this.
We never put him out. Our top 10.
Right.
MC.
So I don't think I think he's gained enough credibility where we never gonna push Nas, even comparatively speaking, album wise.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I hope, but it's. I would hope that he could be able to continue the trend of stellar music from artists that we have grown to expect stellar music from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason, I can't see any reason for him to go backwards at this point. Because if anything, Jay has opened the door for what you can get away with. You know what I mean? And still move records. You know what I mean? If you got the artistry and Nas does.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Yeah.
And I mean, Jay said something on the Blueprint album on the lyrical exercise.
Right.
When he said, I set the most trends,
Mm-hmm.
and he does. Now, I guarantee we're going to see a shift of people not worrying about saying, I got to do something that's sounding just like Migos.
Right.
Who's one of the group that you rock with some of their music.
I do.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's okay if I want to get a beat that quote unquote sounds like a straight hip hop chop sample beat. It ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
You know what I mean? Because
it's a space for it.
Right. It's a space for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a space for it. And it's a valuable space that sold 1 million records over a weekend for it. Not just a space. There's a space that sold so it can be done.
Right. And so he's proven a number of things with this album, this 444 album, which is if you make good music, people will vibe with it.
Right.
People will support it.
Right.
See, just because you're not, just because it's quote unquote, hip hopish.
Right.
Traditionally speaking, doesn't mean it's going to be a good song or it's good music.
Nah, at all.
It's a lot of trash music in a lot of genres and categories of rap as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you can make good whatever you're going to do. You're going to make a club song, make it good. You're going to make
good music,
make good music regardless
of
what it is, and that's what he's proven to me with this album. That people love it. Like you said, it's a space for it. People want to hear it.
Yeah.
If it's worthy of hearing.
If it's worthy of hearing.
Yeah.
The people gonna want to hear it. People want to hear bars. People want to hear you spit. If you can.
If you can.
And the thing is, but I digress. We'll talk about that on another podcast.
Yeah.
Y'all, you trying to get into this review?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, let's start from the top of the list.
Start from the top. All right. So I guess we're gonna start with Kill Jay-Z.
Oh man.
Conversate for a few.
The one thing I want to say starting is that damn song is 3 minutes long, and I've been hearing on the internet that this is some sort of intro, and I'm not appreciative of the fact something as quality and lengthy as what Kill Jay-Z is being considered the intro. I
Right.
don't think it's an intro.
Yeah, it's definitely not an intro.
Yeah,
it's not an intro. It's a song.
It's a
And
song.
it's a very good
It's
song.
a good song. It just don't have no hook.
It just don't have no hook.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I think people are focusing on. Or you know what I mean, come somewhat musically conditioned to think there's got to be
Right.
verse, hook,
vamp, yeah.
vamp, and then it's the end. That's the song. But no, it's a song like you pointed out. Yeah, how long? 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
That ain't no damn
Yeah.
intro.
No,
that's a
it's
song.
a song. That's
you know,
yeah,
and
the
people
Beatles,
are being
classic
thrown
song.
off by. I think it's two things. One is that the beat is so dope, you into
Yeah.
it, but what he's saying
Yeah.
grabs you.
Yeah.
So the time is passing. You don't even know you 3 minutes in.
Right. He's dragging you into
Right.
the deep water.
Right.
And by the time it's over, you know, you realize you didn't hear but the one long verse.
Right.
But it was a hell of a verse. Kill Jay-Z to me, maybe, I don't care. Kill Jay-Z to me is good enough to play 2 to 3 times back to back so you can hear everything that he's saying at the beginning of the album. So if it ain't a song, hearing it 3 times damn sure makes it one.
Yeah.
So-
and what he covers.
There you go.
What he covers.
I'm gonna get in, like, real talk. I'm gonna say, like, he went from Ye to to Solange.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, in the matter of 3 lines, but they use 3 of the most barred up lines you ever, you know what I mean? But I feel like in this album, the way he's letting off so much internal, like so many internal thoughts that it kind of gives you a glimpse into how those thoughts are coming to him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So by the fact that I'm gonna draw the conclusion that the fact that all these things are laid out beside each other, he knows in each of those situations he fucked up. Right? But he knows that it was a different screw up with Solange. He calls that. He knows there was a different screw up with Ye. That was trusting somebody that maybe he shouldn't have trusted, knowing that his personality he was kind of temperamental. We're gonna get at a good word. And then trusting, or then a situation with that was all ego, you know. And it's still a reflection to Ye. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like Ye on stage saying, "Don't call your killers Jay-Z." Right? Don't call your goons.
Yeah, don't send him at my head.
Don't send him at my
Just give me
head,
a call.
right?
I just want to talk.
And on this verse, Jay is like, yo, this is normally what I would do. I wouldn't send anybody at your head. I'd stab you with a champagne bottle for talking slick. For talking as slick as you talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is old Jay-Z, but I killed this dude. I'm going to forget this one, and I hope she forgive me. That's a deep... That's a...
This damn. This song is classic with right just within itself. It's so many lines. I've said this. Every line on this album is a line.
Is a line.
Everything is a quotable.
Is a line.
The whole album's a quotable.
In the where he puts the bars, he's picked up right on this. Okay, I hadn't had this thought. I didn't write it down. It just popped in my head. Right, he picked up the very beginning of the song, pretty much talking about shooting his brother.
Right.
Which is a story we know from one of his most introspective songs.
Yeah.
So he picked up. He picked
Right.
up right where he left off on "You Must Love Me" and made an album.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And carry that theme of being introspective and personal, and I'm letting you into
and started
to
with
my
that line.
thoughts.
And start not with that line, but started in that space
with that story.
The whole
Picking up.
album, he started in that space. You see what I'm saying? So that's the most introspective that I could really remember. You see what I'm saying?
You shot your own brother.
shot
How
your-
do we know we can even trust Jay-Z?
Right. Yeah, so this is where he drops you off at the end of the album. He drops you right here in this world and then takes you on. So if that's what you do with the intro, then
And that lets you know something, that he doesn't just make songs and make albums and then forget about them.
Right.
They're done with.
Right.
Those albums are really a part of him, and he carries all of that with him forward as an artist should, as he creates new material.
As you become a new artist.
Right.
Just right. You know, you should carry. You shouldn't. That's why a Jay-Z fan never feels like Jay-Z turned his back and became something different. He's reinventing himself every time, but every time he does, he cares enough for himself and those stories with him. You know what I mean? You got some artists that try to reinvent themselves and come out, and it's just corny.
Right.
You know, and then you got other artists that can't
We don't
reinvent
accept
themselves because it was a lie from the beginning.
Yep. And so they're finished. We flatline.
Out of here. Out of here. One of which is talking real greasy about this album, but I think we're gonna discuss that a little later.
Yeah. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
another
we'll talk
time.
about that. Yeah. Greasy guy. You think there's anything else you need to say about this one? I mean, is there a specific bar you want to come out in this one? Or?
Yeah. When he mentioned Kumbaya, right, and then said you got hurt because you did Kumbaya.
Yeah.
First of all, he's a wizard with wordplay.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Yeah, he's out of here with that.
But then he followed that up with saying, you gave him 20 million without thinking. He gave you 20 minutes on stage. Fuck was he thinking? He said, fuck everybody is what you saying.
Yeah.
But if everybody is crazy, then you're the one insane. Now, so he heard his rant on the St. Pablo tour because he did at Sacramento 20-minute rant video about, and he talked about a lot of stuff. Beyonce, you know what I mean, saying that she wasn't going to perform at the VMA, she didn't win.
Right.
Video of the year,
stuff.
airing out the Drake stuff. About Jay-Z, he said a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
and Jay is basically saying, man, I helped you so much, and this is what you do to me. I give you this, something good, a gift, and you give me back a curse, or you try to
every time. And the thing is, Jay's been quiet on it, but in a real subtle way, the man said, "This ain't Kumbaya." And if you ever sung that song, then you know you sitting around a campfire with holding hands, and it's the best possible
peaceful,
time. Everything's
unity.
peaceful, bro. This is not Kumbaya.
Yeah, so it's almost like declaring war.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, keep it up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how intently people listen to words, but I know that song. This song is the opposite of Kumbaya for you. Yeah.
But then, oh man, the genius of the song. Do you see how? And this is another reason why people think it's an intro, because how I'm gonna use the word eloquently. Things like one line ties into another. It's almost unreal. You don't even hit it. So from talking about being hurt, you got hurt because you did Kumbaya, right? The 20 million, 20 minutes on stage. What was he thinking? Now stabbing on, right? And then from stabbing on, he talks about you had a knot,
the knot in your chest. Yeah.
Imagine a knife.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Next to the stabbing of un. So I mean, his play on words and his play on switching themes. Or switching themes and switching from subject to subject, as situation to situation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's undeniable.
Yeah, he using pun
that he's the great. He's really the greatest with wordplay like this.
Somebody should right now be pulling this apart to study. Like, this is some phenomenal work. I done wrote rhymes. You done wrote rhymes. You know what I mean?
I couldn't do that. I didn't write that.
Nah, bro.
I couldn't do that.
And this is anybody that's wrote rhymes should feel like they was nice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I thought I was nice.
And I know I was nice. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100, which I know I was nice. I was never on the level of. I mean, of course, we sitting here recording this, so for us to be sitting here talking about whether we was even on Jay-Z's level may sound crazy. But if you've ever written a verse and you spit that somewhere, you supposed to believe you was one of the dopest that ever did it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's really
if you got that hip hop in you, if you got that hip hop
nice.
in you, you should feel like you're nice. So I'm gonna compare myself to anybody. I don't give a damn who it is.
Yeah.
But I know what I was trying to do, and I know what he accomplished. I put it to you that way.
Yeah.
Just like I can produce
difference.
music. I know what I'm trying to do when I go sit down and make a beat. I know what Pharrell accomplishes sometimes.
Right.
And I know whether I hit that mark. You know what I mean? I'm honest with myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I won't never nowhere near not able to do with words what this man can do with words, and I'm good with words now. I do well with words. So.
Yeah, and likewise, I mean that's how you know you have, and he's just a unique MC.
Yeah,
and most cannot do
right
what he do.
Some of my other favorites can't do what he do neither.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that
And so he's a one and done.
Yeah, he's a one and done.
You're never going to get another Jay-Z.
Nah.
Never.
You can get some derivative, but you're not gonna get another J. In the way that you won't gonna get another Big Daddy Kane.
Right.
You know
and
what
the
I mean?
derivative that will come from, come from it won't be able to duplicate his level of success, impact, influence, and authenticity of the sound.
That's a one of one. That's the first time out.
Right.
That's the first time it's happened. So you're not gonna duplicate that. That's not gonna happen. Like some of these things he's pulled off is one of ones.
Yeah.
We may do a podcast Jay-Z one of one, like things he's done that no other artist could have possibly pulled off or had.
Because he's done a lot. He brought out Michael. This is just as we moving on, but he brought out Michael Jackson. Many people forgot this.
Yeah.
Brought out Michael Jackson at Summer Jam.
At Summer Jam.
2001.
Yeah. Mike.
Mike. The king.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So my question is, is Summer Jam is before Summer Jam is during this, like, is that late September, early August? I can't remember.
I don't know what it was then, because wait a minute.
It was prior to Blueprint though, because
it was probably
yeah, because he did the thing on the screen, then dropped the Takeover song.
Yeah.
So he brought Mike to Summer Jam and then dropped the Blueprint.
So it was so it's occurring when between July and August, sometime.
Had to have.
Yeah. But I don't know if they switched it up now.
Yeah, it ain't no telling now.
Because I probably wrong, but I thought they had it in June sometime this year. I don't know.
They did just have it. I thought they
just had it.
They just had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just had it in June. Yeah, because Remy brought everybody on stage, all the female rappers. She brought all of them on stage. Huh?
That's another
great
That's
topic,
another
right?
episode after another episode.
Absolutely. The next episode of coming. Quick break for the title of the podcast.
Conversate for a few.
We're gonna go to the next song, right?
Yeah.
You think we did enough on Kill Jay-Z?
I think we did that.
Yeah, I think
we did that.
Yeah, I think we wrote enough. Pause.
Yeah.
This is not it riding. This is reporting from what we hear. Like, I just need you to understand. Like, I am a fan, but I am not a stan. And I'm not a fan of many.
Right.
You know, but good music is good music. If Stevie Wonder dropped the album this good,
pause.
Right, had to. If Stevie Wonder if he dropped an album this good Friday, we'll be doing this same shit next week.
Yeah. See, because if you love music,
right,
you love when good music come out, and then you want to talk about it. That's like anything.
Yeah,
anything that you like.
Yeah,
you want to share. You want to talk about it. I mean, that's where we in the social media age. Everyone is sharing.
So if y'all happen to like this conversation, please share that with your friends. You know what I mean? That's what we're gonna need you to do, because we want more people to hear it, and if you enjoyed it, then hopefully your people enjoy it. You know what I mean? Alright, so Story of OJ is what we're gonna talk about next.
Story of OJ.
Alright, do we want to listen to it a little bit before we talk?
Yeah, let's play a little clip.
Alright, you listen on your end and we'll listen on our end.
Conversate for a few.
To buy anyone.